Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about line weight. We're going to be thinking about line weight as we use Sharpie marker and pen to outline our work. And line weight is the thickness or thinness of a line. With Sharpies, we can use Sharpie markers to make thicker lines really quickly and easily, and we can use Sharpie pens to make thin lines immediately as well. You could also use Sharpie pen or another pen and just add a little bit more ink to make a line thicker as well if you don't have a Sharpie or very Sharpies handy. So we're going to be looking at 3 different line weights: thick, medium, and thin. They each serve a different purpose, and I'm going to show you when it's useful to use thick lines, medium lines, and thin lines. So I'm going to draw a building here, and I'm going to use my thickest line weight to outline the building. Okay, so I'm not thinking about anything on the inside of that shape. I'm just outlining the outside lines with thick, heavy lines. I'm not going overboard or anything, but in our options here, it's the thickest. Now the lines on the inside of my building, I'm going to have them be medium lines. The thinnest line I would use for the smallest details. So this would be really useful to have a Sharpie pen or some other type of pen with a very narrow tip. And if you are experimenting with different types of pens at home, test them out on paper and see what kind of lines they make. All right. Another useful tip for you is things that are behind, are in the background. Their outlines should be skinnier, right? To make it look like they are in fact further away. Okay. So remember these tips and tricks as you are thinking about the line weight in your artwork. Where can those thicker lines go and the thinner lines go in your artwork to make it have a more interesting effect and look more realistic? Have fun, work hard. If you don't have certain materials at home, let me know and I can try to get those sent home to you, okay? So please let me know, but otherwise experiment with what you have around you to make different thick and thin lines. Here I am making an anti-example in the lower part of the page here. I did things in reverse, right? So we notice that, all of a sudden the thickest lines are on the inside and the outside lines are thin. It starts to look a little wonky and not quite right. So I hope these tips help you as you work with Sharpie marker and pen or other pen-like materials at your home. Consider your line thickness and thinness. You could in fact practice this with pencil, and maybe when you come to class, if you don't have Sharpies at home, you could plan on using your time in class to go over your pencil lines that are thicker and thinner with Sharpie, right? It would work with either one. Now, have fun, work hard, like I said, and just remember, the thickest lines are for your general outlining of the overall shape. Medium lines in thickness are for the parts that are inside that shape, and save your lightest, thinnest lines for your details, those small parts and pieces. And again, the further back your things are in your picture,